Hey, what's up? My name is Kate and today I am back with another STP review. I'll do a little housekeeping first. As always, my reviews are for educational purposes only to see if it's something that you would maybe want to get for yourself and just for education. With this review, I'm going to tell you what I think of the packer aspect of the STP, and then the STP functionality, and then lastly, I'll show you what it looks like to actually pack with. I want to start off with saying thank you so much to Early to Bed for sending me this packer so I could give you an honest review. After the review, if this is something that you think you'd like to get for yourself, I will link it in the description below. You can either get it at Early to Bed or the Banana Prosthetics website. The STP that I'll be reviewing today is the STP2 from Banana Prosthetics. Ooh. I'll start out with the aesthetics of the product. Let's bring it up a little bit closer. So on the front end, you can see it's just a cut packer look to it. It has a little flap up here too. So it is more likely to stay in place and stay connected to your body as it's on you. Later, I will show you what it looks like as I'm packing with it using the Coconutz jock strap. As I pull it up closer, you can see that there is the realistic veins on the packer, as well as a nice set of balls. The balls are just one consistency, like texture. Pretty firm, I'd say medium to hard firmness. I think can be a good thing, especially the shape of the packer, because when the back end is a little bit more firm, it's less likely to have like spillage and it just like dip, if that makes sense. Aesthetically, I really do enjoy how this packer looks, whether I am actually wearing it or just like showing it off. If I were to use this while I was out in public at a urinal, I don't think that I would have any type of double take. It would just like maybe a slight glance and it totally looks realistic. The only reason why there'd be a double take is if I just pulled it out being like, hey, look, check this out, right? But obviously, I'm not doing that. So this packer comes in a few different color options. I'll show you some of the shades that it has to offer. I am 99.9% sure this is the C color. One of my last reviews that I did, I reviewed the Meta extension from Banana Prosthetics, and with that they sent this little color palette of the different like colors that they have to offer. So like I said before, I'm pretty sure that this is the C option, but I think it is really cool that they come in a variety of colors, because there are some packer companies that just have like one or two. There's so many different shades of skin, and so even having like 6 and finding something like that's kind of close to you, I think can make a really big difference with trying to be able to have a packer where you can actually connect with it more as an extension of yourself when it actually has more of the colors that fit you. I'll talk a little bit more about the texture of the packer. I know I briefly went over the balls, how it's like a medium firmness, and with texture you can kind of feel almost like the wrinkles of the balls too. One thing though that I have noticed, and you'll see a little bit later in the video, is as I'm wearing this, and because of the like medium firmness to this STP, as I'm walking around, if I'm getting a little sweaty and such, it can kind of be uncomfortable with the rubbing, but I'll talk more about that a little later too. As you can see, there is a slight lip going on to try and help prevent some spillage that might happen, especially if you are a stronger peer like me. I usually am someone that prefers a larger cup just because of how fast my pee comes out, I guess. Luckily with this STP, I personally feel like even though the cup isn't like super huge, I think that because of the naturally like down flowing angle of the STP, it makes the angle of the pee, it just comes out much easier. I have only had one circumstance so far where I've been using this and there was some slight backflow. Once again, I'm not super tall. I'm like 5'5", 5'6" on a good day. And the urinal that I was using was kind of higher off the ground. So I kind of had to angle it, the shaft a little bit more like this. And I ended up getting a little bit of backflow because of how much I had to angle up the STP. Which is totally fine because usually there are not urinals that are like that, and using toilets and urinals that are closer to the ground, there hasn't been any issues. With the angle of the STP and how it kind of goes against my body, especially when I use like the coconut jock strap slash like the coconut underwear, they both kind of work very similar. It like has a really nice shape against me. Just because of the down angle of the shaft, it doesn't give as much of like an outward bulge appearance, and I'll show you that very shortly. Since there's a little bit more space in here, I wanted to actually show you a full view of what it looks like to pack with. So starting out, this is what it looks like to pack with in shorts. Kind of a side view. Since it is tighter shorts, you can kind of see right there. Because of its angle, instead of as much of a front bulge, it kind of just goes to the side, as you can see. And I'm gonna take these off so you can kind of see what it looks like to pack with more just the underwear. And the underwear that I am wearing right now is the Coconutz from Banana Prosthetics as well. I'll be doing a review of these soon enough. This is just the packer with that. And you can see it kind of goes a lot more in between my legs. That's why, as you saw before with the shorts, how it looked like to pack with, but there you go. And as you can see, the top rim of it is kind of poking out a little bit. It's not too bothersome, but it's fine. Something else that you can see is as I'm walking, it kind of rubs in between my legs a bit. And as you have probably seen on some of my past videos and I've talked about, I am a bit of a sweaty person. So as I'm walking around throughout the day, if I'm packing to where the packer is actually out, it does rub in between my legs and it does get a bit uncomfortable. But if I'm packing it with it being in like this, and it's the underwear that's rubbing, it's not an issue. Okay, so now that you've seen what it looks like to pack with this STP, hopefully it gives you more of like your all-around thoughts of seeing if this STP might work good for you. And if you watch this and you think, oh, maybe you want like a larger bulge or maybe something a little softer, I have reviewed a large amount of STPs and packers at this point. So if you want to see a full playlist where I review different packers, you can check out the playlist right here. Woo-hoo. And I will continue to make more reviews in the future, so if you want to check those out, also make sure to subscribe below and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of those. Until next time, have a good day. Peace.